it does not literally mean that you have cognitive ability to handle some things. So I prefer something that is going to increase your cognitive ability, that you are going to learn, that when you are talking, you will be talking from the angle of knowledge. People are going to be folding their hands and like, not that you are going to have a PhD and you are going to be a fool. Like, rubbish thing my boys. Chatting, pushing. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm first, you should, I was telling my wife, I said, I would prefer to have enough knowledge about a particular course I'm working on. Have like, I will know it from beginning to end. That when I write something about it, when people that have knowledge see what I've written about it, they won't even look at what your background is all about. Maybe the results, whatever qualification you have, they will look at what you have put down. That one you are saying within a year also, I can go for master 1 year. Yes. But at least I will make money first. I will have something on my head. So that's on that. All right, today we are going to be looking at numeracy, Montessori numeracy, and numeracy is one of the. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Mr. Light Gani. Okay, I am a lecturer here. We are meeting me for the first time. Don't forget that we are on YouTube. Somebody might still come across this my video one day. This person. So let me keep telling. So person one, let me look at who is there that people like Gani. If you type it on Google, they will bring my picture. You can go with my face. So that's why I have to keep telling people. Okay, and we are going to be looking at numeracy. I was informed that you have looked into some materials earlier this morning.
Yes, we have.
I'm going to start from where we are supposed to start from officially and normally. Now, under numeracy, before you introduce children to writing of numbers, there's something you need to introduce them to. It is called shapes. Children should know the dimension of shapes, should know the concept of shapes, should be able to draw shapes, should be able to color shapes before they know how to write numbers. And that brings us to what we call the shape board. The shape board. It's just four shapes. It has just four shapes on it. It's square. Shape. It's square. No? That's the okay, let's assume we don't have it. We have it. We have it. We have it. We have it. Come. Let me go back. Let me find this. Alright, okay. Give me a moment. I need to get something that I want to do. So, alright, what I have here is this. If your school have enough facilities, you can have this board here. The drawing board. Now this board here, you are going to be having, what you are going to be having here is supposed to be all this pencil marker. Notice the pencil marker. Marker is very tiny like this. You have these colors. Where you are going to be, this thing will be cleanable. So that when they are right on it, they can clean it easily. But in absence of this, this is what you are going to be using. The shape board, in the shape board, I said you are going to introduce students to shape first. In the shape board, we have 4 different shapes. We have the circle, we have the square, and the rectangle. Those are the 4 shapes on the shape board. Circle, square, rectangle, and triangle. Those are the 4 shapes. And what are you going to be doing with these 4 shapes? What they are going to be doing is they are going to be tracing this on their sand tray. This is sand tray. As simple as this thing looks, you are still going to see children that are going to still find it difficult to shape, to trace around this. You are still going to see children that are going to be find it very difficult to trace around this. Circle. Rectangle, you introduce them. Don't forget that you are going to be introducing these shapes in isolation. What I mean by that is one after the other. They are not introducing all the 4 shapes at the same time because they won't understand it. Introduce circle, let them know that they can write circle, round. And be very careful of the position of where they are starting their circle from. Don't let students start circle from the side. Because when they do that, by the time they want to start blending letters together, it's very hard for them to do you can't do like this and no. So let them start from the top and round. Anti-clockwise. Circle should be written anti-clockwise. Because you are going to see people that want to do like this. Don't allow that. You do that.
I said those children are good. They know how to form their own.
And now they're not. So that's why you need to introduce it to them the right way. So we have here, we have rectangle. Then we have square. Now the question I'm expecting everybody to ask me is, why do we introduce shapes before numbers? Why? I'm still going to use it. Let me see. Why do we introduce shapes before numbers? It's a question that everybody can answer and everybody should answer. Thank you, God bless you. Every number follows a particular shape. Should we practicalize that? Or have we practicalized it in this class before? So should we practicalize this?
Yes.
Okay, let's draw the 4 basic shapes. I said you have not practicalized it yet. Draw the 4 basic shapes. These are square, rectangle, triangle, and circle. Draw it on your notes. I have done that on the board before in this class. Okay, let's draw it. Let's make it quick. Every number falls on a particular shape. Every number. What's the first number? Not circle, 0. 0 is a number. So let's start from 0. 0 falls under where? 1 falls under where? Square or rectangle, okay?
Rectangle.
2 falls under where?
Circle.
And what?
And square.
I was expecting you'll be putting the under it or what? Because I was expecting to write a very big rectangle and you'll be putting, you write a big rectangle, a big circle, a big triangle, and a big distance. Then you write what number falls under them inside those shapes. Yes. So we started from 0.
Square.
Circle
And triangle.
that's another 2. Circle and triangle.
Yes.
Because of the base of triangle.
Even the
Because of the slant side of the triangle and the base under it. The dash. What about 3? Cup. That's circle. What about 4?
Triangle.
It can be triangle. Some people 4 is always like this. It's come like this, go like this, and come like this. So it can be triangle, it can be rectangle, it can be square. If your own is always going to always stand like this. Then what about 5? Square and circle. What about 6?
Triangle and circle.
6 all curve.
Okay.
All curve. What about 7? What about triangle? Some people have triangle 7. Some people 7 is always like this. To come like this and come back like this.
So it's triangle.
Yes, another triangle. So it can be square, another triangle, and either triangle. What about 8? Double. 9?
Circle and square.
It can even be rectangle. It can be triangle. Because some people write their 0 like this and have their 1 slant this way. So we need to consider this too. What about, are we under 9?
Yes.
So every number in this word starts from 0 to 9. I hope you know. So we don't have any number apart from 0 to 9. Is there any other number after 0 to 9? Because by the time you get to 10, you are going to be 1, 0. By the time 11, 1, 1, not 1 and 1. I hope you know. 11 is 10 and 1.
Yes.
When we get there, you see the reason why it's 10 and 1. When we get to Singai board is going to show you why 11 is not 1, 1. Why it is called 10, 1. 10 and 1. Because you are going to be having 10 with the 1. So, those are the reasons why we introduce shapes first before introducing them to what? To numbers. So, because if you introduce them to shape first, for them to draw a number it will be very, very what? Easy. For them to draw any number, it will be very easy for them to draw a number because they are already been introduced to the dimension of the shape of that number. So drawing that number is not going to be a problem again. You understand what I'm saying? So that is why. Now I was expecting people to ask me that why did I go and bring them? But unfortunately I don't see. Your class is not a personal life. But if I ask you that why do I use Gary now?
You improvise instead of a sanctuary.
Instead of a sanctuary. Yes. But this is a sanctuary now.
Instead of sand.
Yes. Instead of using sand, you can use fine Gary. You can use Gary lebu. You can use semo.
Powder. But what if they start eating the sand?
They cannot eat the sand and they will eat the sand. Now let me say they cannot. Some schools use powder. Actually I've not even seen it before anyway. The reason is that if you say you want to use powder, this is already white this thing. And what Montessori says we should use is white. Plain. Now if I put powder inside this thing now, won't it be somehow? This thing is now whitish, you know. This color here is off white. Semoto is off white. But powder is white.
Okay. That means you cannot also use this baking flour. No.
Basically we use fine that Gary that is always labelable, that is always very something. Then or you use sand. There was something that they can do to be visible for them to see. Don't forget that from this children, there are going to be people that have visual impairments, people that have long-sightedness and so on. So if you are going to make things complicated, and again, if you have 10 pupils in your class, 10 of them must have a sanctuary. If you learn 3, so this for you to buy 1 pint of Gary, and 1 cup of Gary, you sieve it, go find pour inside 1 jar. Anytime you want to do, you use small portion for everybody. They know how to Write your R sound or write your number 1. Okay. Number 2. Number 3. You understand? These are the knowledge you are going to transfer into the book. When you see they are having problem with the book, don't still bring the book. Bring them here. We have not introduced them to. I have not started bringing them. I'm just explaining something anyway. So that's it. That's one of the reasons why we introduced it. So the reason why we are using this, I've already mentioned it. The reason why I'm using sand tray is because sand. That sand I say they can hit. That's why when you want to use sand, make sure it is a very fine grain of sand. Fine sand that does not have stone inside. That's number 2. A very boiled water. Pour it inside the sand. Then sieve the sand again. Pour it inside the tray and let it dry. By the time you do this, so that means you have sterilized it. You have killed the germs inside. Then it can be used, because I won't guarantee you that they will not put the hand in their mouth. But you have to keep them safe. Some of them will still look at you when you are doing. Mommy, Mrs. Thompson put small garri in her mouth. Eat small garri. Some of them, when we started doing this garri, using this garri in the class, a lot of them ate. Whoa. Hey. It was later on the last one that it's not for eating, and nobody, we never had it. But when we started introducing it, they were eating the garri. Some of them just put their hand like this, and they were eating it. You know, children are very funny. They just do a lot of things. And once one person see that one person tries it, it must circulate around. So you are going to definitely experience it. So that is that. That's why we introduce shape first before introducing it. And I told you that I'm going to start from where we are supposed to start from, which is what we are doing now. Then that brings us to sandpaper number. Sandpaper number. And sand shape. This is called sandpaper number. I'm supposed to have 0 here. I don't know why I'm not seeing 0. But anyway, in the absence of 0, let me start from 1. Because 0 means nothing. So we are very introduced them together. So we already know sample. So let's start from 1. 1. This is the thing they use in producing this thing is sandpaper. That's why it's called sandpaper number. So they are going to be tracing the around it. 1. Why tracing around? They are going to be calling 1. 1. What number is that? Number 1. 1. Number 1. 1. Number 1. Several times. Now it's going to register. The easiest number to introduce is number 1. Now can you now write the 1? Write the number 1 on the sand tray for me. Number 1. Okay, that's good one. Again. Number 1. No. It's not straight. It's not straight. Straight down. Straight down. Number 1. Are we together? Number 1. They've done that severally. Can you write number 1 in the hair for me? Number 1. Number 1. Don't forget, you can introduce this number 1 for the next 3 days that we will keep possible. Depending on how the person can. Because you might have not even introduced the child to a particular number and the child might not have to write that number. You are not surprised about that. The problem there is now that anytime you now tell the child to write a particular number you have introduced to the child will not write that number. Who tell you to write this? Have you even got in here? So number 1, introduce number 1. Then you move to the second number. Number 2. What number is this, everybody? Number 2. Again?
Number 2.
Okay, let's have our number 2. Let's have a call. Dash. Number 2. People always do that cough dash. I don't like it. For 2 reasons. Number 1, when a child wants to write it, the child might only remember cough dash and not remember number 2. What is this? It's cough dash. He will know that he will forget that it's number 2. So the only thing I need to instruct the child to do is to try to make a curve. Even if I want to do that number 2, this is what number is number 2. Number 2, you are making a curve and a dash. That's I'm telling you that you are making a curve, and but I'm not saying that you are making curve dash, because this is not curve dash. This is number 2. By the time you are introducing them to it, they are now, by that time they have introduced to it, don't forget that this is 2, but this is not 2, because this is 2, 1, 2. This is 2 in representation. This is 2 in quantification. This is 2 in China. This is 2 in Yoruba. This is 2 in India. This is 2 in Europe. This is 2 in London. This is 2 in UK. This is 2 in everywhere around the world. But this is not 2 in Yoruba. This is not 2 in China. This is not 2 in Igbo. This is not 2 in Yen. This is not 2 in Indian. I hope you know. Well, this is the 2 representation we have. We are using in because we are using what? US English. So this is 2. So you need to let them understand that fact at a particular point, not this stage. I just bring that in and I know. That's when, particularly when you want to introduce that speed works. When you get to that place. So number 2, we have to make it what? Curve dash. Somebody might make a curve dash. Another person might make a curve dash. Another person might make a curve dash. But the proper way is curve dash. So that's number 2. What number is this? Number 2. Then you introduce number 3. You can introduce number 2 for 3 days, for 2 days, for 3 days, for 1 week, depending on the learning pace of the particular individual. How funny it is that this individual might be a slow starter. But once he begins the race, he's going to get it fast. Because once children, sometimes when you are giving them number 1, number 2, you might like, before you remember number 2, you have to go back to number 1, because you are going to be going back. Don't assume that you are introducing number 2, that means you don't go back to number 2 again, because they are going to be doing match 1, 2, 2, 1. They will match. They are going to be. You understand what I think? So for them to already, color number 2, leave number 1, 2 in box and this thing. So they are going for them to sensitize them. See, once they get to a particular place, you just see that they will just pick up. That place is like you are starting motor. Just one, number 2, number 3, number 4. You are just at the place that by the time you don't even, once you introduce like 2, 3 days, you are done, or 2 days, you are introducing the next over straight. Meanwhile, you are still going to have some people that are going to be behind. They started together, does not mean they are going to end together. By the end of the term, somebody might be in number 35, and somebody is still number 18. How do you assess them for the exam? That is why in our home school, we set different exams for those from kindergarten, from nursery to KG. Their exams are very different. The exam is based on their ability. If you are writing article, the exam is going to stop article. If you are writing articles, the exam is good. Everything around the exam articles. If you are blending, the exam will stop as blending. If you are writing 1 and 2, that's when your exam will stop. If you are still writing curve and dash, or you are still identifying, that's when your exam will stop.
Is it on that table?
Or not?
Like the age 3?
I'm talking about, yes, those age brackets like that. Because they are different. They are always in groups sometimes. You have about 3 people that will be writing the same numbers. They'll be going the same pace. Why you have about maybe 1 person going far away from them, going far. You have 1 person getting slow. You have 2 people getting more slower. You won't set the same assessment for them. You are going to assess them based on their ability. I understand what I'm saying. So that means in your class you might be having 5 or 6 different numeracy exams.
How come you are setting the same exam for people that are going through this training? Because at the same time, we don't pick at the same pace.
Have we set the exam for you before?
No, you need to.
You are supposed to be talking from experience, but you are not talking from experience now. Because I'm not going to express the exam. You can always read to pass the unless you are late. Thank you, ma. Okay, but at that pace, both the person that writes had to 1 to 18, and the person that is in 1 to 30, and the person that is in 1 to 55, and we are the same age, we are going to write the same when we get to the session. I hope you know. We are going to write the same exam. That time, the person that was writing 1 to 25, and me, I'm writing 1 to 5, gone. And I will be the one that will be telling the person that, come on, write fast. Because the pace in which we move are different. The pace in which we move are different. That's why we have slow starter, we have early starter. There's a children that they might even get to basic 5, basic 6 before they pick up. Some might even get to just 1. The reality of life. That I'm not a baby. You know, they don't treat them like baby in just 1 game. Like, so this place look like. So I cannot be keeping my book in the locker. So I cannot be, they'll not start sitting up. You'll not start getting serious. This one is not serious. So, the reality of life. Some of them is until they get to basic 2. Basic 1, they'll still be baby. Because they are still assuming that they are still a baby. They're still, basic 2. When they get to basic 1 third term or basic 2, the reality of basic now hits them. So that's it. And that is the process you are going to use to introduce them to number 9, number 10, and number 11. By the time you get to 9 and 10, you don't need to introduce some people and unless there's problem. Unless there's problem, and there might be a problem. You can bring this back. A child might be having problem. You might even go to 30 something or 40 something. A child might be having problem with it, and you don't want to have problem with the book. Okay, write number 3. Okay, write number 10. You know where the problem always happens? I'll show you the problem now. Write number 13. My son very well. We'll go back to 13, 31. There's 3 numbers that look like each other. I don't know.
Then 15 and 16, even in counting.
15, 16, 16. That one is almost. This 13, 31, 30. Is it 30? 30. Thank you. 30. We are at number 30. You must not be 13. Somebody will write 1 and 3. 1, 3 like this for you. So, okay, write 31. They will know that it's 31. We have to put in my parlor sitting room like this. As a teacher and a educator, we are doing our best. We need to sensitize people. It's not bad in buying the charts. You can buy a cardboard, use marker, right? Roll it number 1 to 30. Let them do rows count. Let them do rows identification too. Just random identification. What number is this? 21. What number is this? 17. What number is this? 18. You understand? Identification, they can identify. So when you just leave the writing alone, once they can identify, they can write it. Because they already know how to write 1 to 0 to 9. So they can write it. But they should be able to identify. That's why the rows counting is very important. Then you place it. Tell the parent, if you have a child that is having difficulty in class writing number, a particular number, tell the child to go and parent to go and write the number out. If it is from maybe 1 and 2 to guide them to write it out. You can write them to buy cardboard, bring it, don't worry, so that the work am easy. Rule it maybe after close now. You have 1 minute, 30 minutes, 30 minutes like that. Rule it for them, write it. It will make your own work easier if they can help the child at home. The siblings can be telling them that you're not going to read that this thing. I will send that if you can't. They will help you. You will read it. And before you know it, the result is going to be showing you in this future. So do you get this? So let me. My time says you are in 12, 212 rather.
So this one,
Okay.
What are we going to use?
Yes, you are using this with this. Don't forget I told you that you're going to use marker, something like screen level. Marker as level. You can trace out. I can bring in this okay. As simple as this thing is, somebody will say to do something, it's very hard for some people. But thank gosh, our teachers are now, we are now having more teachers. Please, I have a questionnaire I'm going to bring with next week. I pray we have class. Is that
Next week,
Next year.
Today's the end of it. Today's 16. Today's what?
13.
Next week is 20.
Let me see. Maybe I'll send it online. I have a questionnaire that I want to give everybody. And what is the questionnaire? The questionnaire is because I'm writing a book. And the book is about. Let me just mention the topic now, so that when you hear about the book, you can let me promote it. So that I intend on selling it, but one of my mentors said I should, so that people will value it. So, but I will try to give even possible most of treasures to people. Let's want the hard copy. The name of this thing is why teaching is why teaching profession is spiritual. Sorry, is a calling. Is a calling.
Why is it a
Why is a calling? Why teaching profession is a calling? That is not just teaching. It's not. It's not a profession. It's just. It's not. In under the of what they wrote there. I'm not what I wrote for. I'm giving it, but I'm not done with the beginning. But people are still giving me some informations to add to it. I will give you to give you. But just as I want to give you the questionnaire. So your questionnaire will determine what I want to add inside. Why is it a calling? What was which profession were you doing before? What do you intend to be in when you were young? Like in the future, I want to be an engineer. I want to be a pilot. I want to be what? A surgeon. What make you come out to teaching? Do you know what you understand what I'm trying to say? For you to know that it's actually a calling. It goes beyond just the classrooms. It's a calling. I was in the bus one day and I saw a girl. The girl was helping her mom sell catfish, live catfish. And I was telling my wife that girl, very human being. And that time I was lecturing at topmost college of education. So anytime the girl is, the girl can be very big and sure, I'm going to you come go big and she was my student. When she was in basic 3, 4, 5, I was taking basic. I think I was still teaching basic. I was still primary. So I will pray for. I will go to mosque and pray for this girl. I will pray inside what I will bring it to the girl. The mother will go very early, very early in the morning to go to talk to her catfish. So that she will not went back to school. Back to school. So I'm a lot of things to my challenge. We just will take care of her and just I will pray for her. Confirm anything. We shall manage her for all these things. So God having managed like that, she go to secondary school and that. So today she saw me, she was telling me that she's doing a program at last, a part-time program. And I was very happy for her. She just so now I was not like what do you say?
So I was happy for this.
I was praying for the girl. She was not the only one. I used to put them in prayer. I would tell that God should help me to touch their brain. So that anything I'm teaching them they can understand it. Because that's my own joy.
Yes.
I used to sure that some one of them had me. Some of them had me to their alumni group. One is married, the other one is doing this thing. Some of them are in Lasso and one is even doing bank is at the Ele Pokyodo. There's one Unity Bank there. The guy is working there. Her name is Miriam, one of my students there. So they added me to the alumni group because I posted on Facebook and celebrated and doing that and I think that was 2017 or so. So they celebrated me and they're like they both got done. But I was happy that every one of them are doing good and they're doing great. Some of them I see around, I see that they're doing good. So so you know that it's very spiritual and it's a calling. I was telling this one person, I said the reason why I left a job that was paying me money, better money, I left it white collar job. I even requested for a career. I think I was one big my high school. I left teaching. I went back to that job after I finished school. And I said they should transfer me to Ikeja so that I will not be at the production level where we'll be doing quality. We'll be checking their quality control. I don't want that. I want. So I wrote the exam. I passed the exam. Unfortunately, there was no any space in the office again. They said, okay, they will put me here. But the place was not convenient for me. I have to be waking 5 o'clock in the morning to go and catch Starbucks. By the time Starbucks is going to bring me, I've already worn out. I want to go. So I was like, let me go back. And I went back to 15,000 naira job, teaching job.
That's how bad it is.
How about it? So I was not like, was this thing worth it? So when I now, on the journey, I was just thinking about it. And thank God now, that money now is just something I can just earn within. I was talking about it because it is actually a calling. And I know a banker. See, he has two program here before. A banker, don't ṣiṣẹ́ bank. Go back to Olon, she shared 25,000 naira teaching job. She's still doing it now. Now she run her house in the space of 3-4 years. I think she started doing COVID. And COVID, how many years? 5 years now.
Yes.
For you to know it is indeed a what? He said if they tell her that she will teach in her life, she will never. The last thing she can ever think in her brain is teaching. You always see people that okay, how people do it. You don't only the way. She don't know that is waiting for her. So when somebody says God called me, it's a a lie. God might call you to teaching and you're saying it's a lie. Maybe you want to go and teach.
Because teachers too is part of the calling.
Yes, it's a part of saying it's a call. It's not just a profession, it's a calling.
We have prophets, we have teachers.
We are. It is very spiritual. I hope you know, because there are some people that you are going to teach that are going to be dealing with you spiritually. Don't worry. I don't want to. I'm online. That's why I don't want to go deep into that one. I don't. In the little space I have taught, I have been able to see things. I'm not very spiritual. I'm not spiritual, but in a little way, I am Joseph. You know who they call Joseph? Joseph is who? Thank you. So God will minister to me through that. Yeah. Even with all my shortcomings, when I sleep, God talks to me. This thing. I hear it and I know the next thing. So some children, if they are not confident in what they're doing, you are going to see them. They will come to you. They will show you a way. So it is indeed for you to know it was indeed a calling. So that's why I said I'm going to give you a questionnaire. You are going to tell us your own experience, because your experience is going to count. It's going to be in the book too, and your name is going to be in the book too. Sorry, unless you don't want us, you want to pose anonymous. If you want to put anonymous, don't worry. I'll give you the question. I will send it to you online. You can just fill. There are places that you can fill. So we want the reason why major reason why I wrote the book is because I want people that are the cheaters to know cheaters. You know we have teachers that are cheaters.
Okay.
People that are cheaters to know that it is not their profession, so they can leave it for people. And people that are indeed supposed to be a teacher, that they are still going up and down, that they don't know what they want to do, they should know. Because I have somebody that told me here that she's here. She said she just teach because she didn't have any job around to do after when she left school. And she's still telling me at that time that if I still see better job, I will leave teaching. Now it was last year that a parent now told her that this woman, do you know that teaching is a calling? I said, if I reach 1 or something, I will leave this teaching work. The woman now open her eyes. How many years have you been doing? 3 years. What have you been doing before that time? This and this and this. What have you been doing after that time? Is it your salary that you are using to do it? I don't even know. Sometimes extra lesson God is just. If you accept that your calling, you are going to.
It's because of the monetary part.
We are.
You say if you want to wait for passion in teaching, will passion bring food to your table?
Yes. Let me now buttress
it's interrelated.
Let me now buttress on that. Sorry, let's go offline. Let me buttress on that.